All right, hey y'all. It is the end of February and it is time for a garden update. If you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. My name is Aisha, otherwise known as Miss Champagne. I am in West Central Florida, Zone 10A, and I live on almost an acre and I am starting a food forest. We've been here 2 years now. But let's get into these seedlings. I wish I would have started recording from the beginning when I started these avocados. But I put this in water a week before Christmas. This is a Ronnie avocado seedling. This one I had in a wet paper towel in a glove, and then when it had its first little tap root, I took it out and put it in the dirt. This is the Nishikawa avocado, both very delicious. The water method definitely grows a lot faster, but this one is definitely starting to take off. It's got its first little new growth. We've got our sunflower starts. These are definitely ready to start going out in the garden. I'm going to show you the ones that I already have out. We've got some leaf minor damage on some of the watermelon. This is the yellow watermelon, or the golden variety. And this is one of the cucumbers. No, the Kajari melon. And then I've got some zinnias back here that I'm going to pop in. I've got one zinnia up here. This is Egyptian spinach. And then in here I've got, I want to say lemon balm. Yeah, lemon balm. Nope, bee balm. Kidding, it's bee balm. And then I have planted some sugar cane. It's just the red variety. And then this is a seedling, a longan seedling from a neighbor of mine. So let's start on the north side of my house. We've got an achacha put in the ground last fall. No new growth yet. We just dipped back down into the 40s and 50s at night, and then 70s during the day. Rose bush is doing okay. Needs to be fertilized and pruned. Which one is this? Patanga. Yep, Patanga Jumbo. It's in a Eugenia family, one of the tropical cherry varieties. And then my Japoticaba is doing great. Lots of new growth. It is loving this spot over against the house. And then we have a pomegranate that is starting to flush out some new growth. Then I've got a sugar bale, orange or mandarin. It's doing okay. It's not the happiest. I think it gets way too much sun and not enough water probably in this area, so I may move that. I've got lots of pineapples throughout. I think I only got one that's getting ready to throw a pineapple. And then this is a Valencia orange seedling that I had started. More pineapples. I'm going to be trying to start a lot more fruit trees from seed. And yes, I am well aware that you're not going to get, the same variety. But that is the beauty in growing stuff from seed. Sometimes it's better adapted to your area. It's more pest resistant because it's had time to adapt. So I am willing to take that chance. This is one of my other pineapples. It's got a side slip going and then a pup at the bottom. One of my dwarf Barbados cherries. I've got lots of the milkweed coming up. More pineapples. This is a Coreopsis that I planted last year. spreading lovely along this border. Some of the vincas coming back. This one needs to be trimmed. I have one salvia that's coming back. That's my other milkweed. I try to cut them all the way back in the winter, and then they come back in the spring. We've got some blue porterweed. And then my Mariposa plum is starting to blossom and wake up. These beautiful white flowers. We'll see if we get some this year. And I've got some natives. We got a firebush back there, starting to put out its new green growth. It turns a beautiful bright red in the winter, which I love. This is a dwarf variety. We've got lots of pigeon peas throughout. And then my Florida Prince, I don't know, it's doing something kind of funky. All of the leaves at the bottom came back. It did flower when we originally had our first little heat wave, but I think we dipped down to 40 degrees a couple nights ago and the blossoms fell off. So hopefully it blossoms again. But none of the branches at the top have buds. And I am pretty sure that it's like dead at the top, which is weird. Yeah, it's crispy. So I'm gonna have to do some pruning on that. More pineapples back here. We've got some blueberries. I've got these covered up. There's quite a few in here. We did harvest our first one already. These blueberries have not produced. We've got a butterfly pea here. More pineapples. And this is my Methley plum. It never really goes dormant. So I don't know if it doesn't get cold enough here for this plum. But because it doesn't really go dormant, it never flowers. So I don't know. This tree may be getting replaced. More pigeon pea. Then we have my coconut cream mango. You've got some little tiny mangoes on here. We'll see if it holds anything. It's putting on some nice new growth as well. Then I have my grapevines over here. Not waking up just yet. We've got this one over here. One is a white variety. This one looks like it's starting to have some little blooms on it. So we'll see. Maybe that one's waking up. Chickens. We've been getting an abundance of eggs. This is my Brewster lychee. Have put on a lot of new growth and then we dropped to the 40s. So it's gotten a little bit of burn on the tips, but it should be fine. And then we have my Poinciana, still looking like a little pathetic stick. We'll see what that does. All right, Mexican sunflower is everywhere. I'm in the process of chopping it all down for the spring, using it as chop and drop, feeding the soil. All right, this is my Brogdon avocado. Doing well. Got some new growth. What looks like flowers. So that'll be cool if it flowers and maybe holds an avocado, but we'll see. Here's my ducks. Sorry for the sunlight. Then we have a apple banana. I'm going to be trimming up a lot of these older leaves and dropping them down by the banana. We've got an elderberry over there. These are going to be coming down as well. think I'm gonna go the other way so the sun isn't quite in your face. We've got a coconut here. And again, it's still pretty cold, so a lot of stuff is still dormant. And then down here at the bottom is a Kerry Starfruits. I'm gonna be moving this to the south side of my house to kind of protect it more from wind. And then there's a Kohala Longan. And we've got some moringa trees that are just now starting to wake up. We've got some katuk. We have a Barbados cherry, the Jamaican cherry, more pigeon peas. That's a cassava and the cranberry hibiscus that I need to trim back. Then here we have the Julie mango. It had to be moved like twice. It was not happy. I am hoping to get some new growth on it. It did try to flower, but I pulled off all of the blooms, so it can just focus on trying to get healthy. That is a radish that is going to seed. More moringa, more katuk. These are some ground cherries. We have some Lagos spinach. We have some Okinawan spinach. Then I've got sunflowers. I've got them kind of scattered throughout the food forest. And then this is my roselle. Normally I would cut it and pull it all the way out, but I actually got lazy and never did. And it is starting to put on some more growth. So I'm gonna leave it and see what happens, see if I can get a jump start, because I did not start my roselle seeds yet. And then this is my biggest moringa. More pigeon peas, more pineapples. And then we have a dwarf Hawaiian. Lots of flowers. We have a Cavendish banana. We have a tropical pink guava. I cut back this giant Mexican sunflower. It will grow back. So hopefully by hurricane season, it'll be nice, big, and bushy again and can provide some wind protection. But my guava flowered and fruited all winter long, and I was not able to get to any of the fruit because of this Mexican sunflower. So they are all on the ground. But I still have quite a few on the tree, just waiting on them to turn yellow. There's another moringa. There's an aloe. There's an ice cream bean down there in that blue cage that has yet to grow. I do not think it is happy. Pigeon pea. Here's an Adamoya. Last year it lost all of its leaves during the winter. This year it has not, so I am tempted to strip all the leaves off, but I'll let it decide what it wants to do, because it does look like they have some cold damage. And then we have my jackfruit. This is the golden nugget variety. Doing well, unaffected by the cold. And then we've got my U-shaped garden bed. We've got some beets growing. We've got some carrots growing. One of my yellow watermelon. I planted one here, but something came and ate it. And then I've got some cucumbers that I planted along here. Green dragon. This is the Marconi pepper. None of my seedlings germinated, so I did buy a transplant because I really wanted to taste these peppers. Then I've got a muscadine grapevine that I transplanted back there. Some more cabbage. Then I've got little garlics throughout just to try to keep the bugs off the cabbage. Nasturtiums are looking great. I absolutely love this flower. so I will be saving seeds. And then this is the Kajari melon. I transplanted 2 of those. Pruned back my jalapeno, and it is producing again. So pruned it back. I didn't like harshly prune it, like when you see people overwinter their peppers where they leave like a Y basically. I just cut back a lot of the leggy growth, and then it started producing more leaves. I did harvest a cabbage earlier today, made some coleslaw. We've got a chili pepper, a Thai chili pepper, and then this is my San Marzano. I've been harvesting these. And I have been seeing like leaf-footed bugs over here, so I'm gonna come in, pick those blushing tomatoes. This is my Prime Arc blackberry, starting to wake up. This was the primary shoot that it produced off, and then all of these are the new shoots from this year. So this one fruits on the first year, the first canes. Has to do with, you know, when you're pruning, you got to know if it fruits on the first year, the first cane or the second cane. But it's starting to produce new ones, so hopefully we have an abundance of those. The world's best mulberry is looking great. I gave it a nice hard prune, and it is flowering like crazy. And then we have the soursop. It looked this way last year, so I'm not too worried about it. I did strip all of the brown leaves off just so that they can mulch and provide food and nutrients for the soil, but this one will grow back just fine. Then we have the Maha Chinook. Hopefully it holds on to at least 1 or 2 mangoes this year. And then we've got a Kent. Still too little to hold on to anything, so I will definitely be cutting off. I'm just letting it finish its blooming. We've got some beauty berry that's waking back up. We have some dune flower. There's a red trunk baby banana there, and then we have a blue Java banana here. And then you have the LSU purple fig, which is starting to produce. That one looks like it's almost ready when they start to droop a little bit. All right, let's go in the chicken garden. This is a lemon seedling. It came from a Myers. It will not be a Myers because that is a hybrid that was made. So it will most likely be a wild lemon, but a lemon is a lemon. I'll still be able to cook with it and do what I need to do, or make lemonade. I did go ahead and start some potatoes. I've got a small purple variety and then a yellow small variety. So I wanted to try the box method. Basically filled it with a lot of soil and compost, and then buried it with a lot of the straw. And then these are just the grow bags. This is actually a feed bag that I poked holes in the bottom of, but it's such a sturdy material. We'll see. This was the volunteer tomato. I trimmed it back because it was way too bushy. And it is indeed a midnight snack, but the tomato looks a little different. So maybe it crossed. That is some Thai basil, and then I have radishes scattered throughout. It's a quick harvest, quick turnaround. So I have them planted kind of everywhere throughout here just to help build the soil. Some I'll let, you know, actually harvest and then Some I'll just cut back and leave in place. Then we've got a zucchini. We've got a patty pan squash, a marigold there. We've got sunflowers lining this bed. I'm going to be putting cardboard down and mulch. I transplanted some of my okra, and then these are the tromboncino. I have 2 of them. And then we have a Seminole pumpkin down there, another okra, more sunflowers. What is that? A lemon cucumber. We've got 2 lemon cucumbers, some more radishes, lots of radishes, another okra. I think I planted 2 okras. Yeah. More radish coming up here. This is another Seminole pumpkin. And then this was my attempt at the Three Sisters garden, where I have my pumpkin as my ground cover. And then you have your corn and then your beans that will grow up the corn. So everything looks good so far. Fingers crossed. And then that's my world's, everbearing. What is it called? Yeah, everbearing mulberry. My compost bins. All right, let's go to the main garden. My Myers lemon is going crazy. We didn't get anything last year, so this year I feel like it's going to try to make up for it. The nasturtiums are going crazy. This is a yellow variety in this bed. Now this is the Navajo blackberry. I want to say this fruits on the second cane. And then we've got the passion fruit vine that is waking up. Then we've got the orange nasturtiums over there. I did lose my pepper that was in there. It was an ají dulce. Lots of ants. They just eat at the roots. I don't know. This is like the 4th pepper that I've lost in that spot. I've got some thyme down here, some garlic. This is onion here. This is an onion. These are garlic. These are my bell peppers. I do have some forming in there. I've got a critter problem, which is why I keep these covered. Lots of nasturtiums everywhere. And then we have the tomatoes in here. This is a Heat Master variety, same as over here. So I'll be coming and harvesting these. Look at that deep orange, such a pretty. And this was another volunteer. Now these are midnight snacks. I can tell by the look. We've got lots of calendula. I've got some that are going to seed, and then some that I need to come and harvest. We've got, that's not a marigold. That's a lie. That's a weed. We've got some collards in here, and then some dino kale. And then another variety of nasturtiums. This one's like a blend. So I'll be saving a lot of seeds. Lettuce is pretty much drying up. The oak leaf is hanging in there, but the Simpson lettuce is had it. We've got more cabbage. What I thought was broccoli, but ended up being cabbage. More garlics back there. This tower, we have a ton of herbs. This is dill that is going to seed. We've got some sage. This is some Chigemicide spinach up here. I've got some rosemary. These are some dried up chives. We've got some parsley here, some chamomile down here. I planted some ashwagandha, but I can't tell what's the plant and what's weeds. This is some more chamomile from seed. This is creeping thyme. So I don't know. We'll see. The seeds were so tiny, who knows what I'm actually growing. These were the Somerset tomatoes. Been getting some nice size. I have another bell pepper in here, another bell pepper in there, more collards here. And I believe that is a collard. I'm not sure actually what that is. Now that everything turned out to be cabbage that I planted. And I know it's cabbage back here. Yeah, I harvested a cabbage head. And then these are scarlet runner beans. Just letting these dry out. And then we've got some beets over here. Not sure if they'll produce anything. I don't think they're getting enough sunlight. They kind of got overshadowed by the collards. And then we've got some onions up front here. All of my marigolds have died back, so I'm going to be cutting and removing those. We've got some lemongrass up here. Planted some more sunflowers. And I buried some tiger lily bulbs that I had in a grow bag. I buried those in there. More garlic. This is some lemon basil. It pretty much stays in seed mode. Like as soon as it grows, it seeds. So it's probably going to be lemon basil in this whole corner. The oregano exploded. I gave it a huge haircut and it has exploded. So I definitely need to come and do some harvesting. This is my grapefruit. Lots of leaf miner damage. So I'm not sure how to treat my grapefruit, but it is destroying these leaves. So I don't know. I'm fed up with citrus. This was the pink Eureka lemon. Has never given me a lemon. Nothing but heartache. At the bottom of this grow green stalk, we have some Ace 55 tomatoes. We had some mustard, spinach. I don't think it was enough nutrients in here because everything is pretty stunted. These were some, I think Morris, and then these were Vates collards. Random lettuce. Yeah, because look how small these are compared to the other cabbages. And then I do have one kale in here somewhere that I've been harvesting off of. And we've got more pineapples. That's a dwarf Cavendish. My poor little queen palms. Can't get this one to stay up straight to save my life. But I got some Grand Name bananas. Got some elephant ear. This was a dried up Okinawa spinach. And then this was my shampoo ginger. I also had turmeric in the front. And then I had a regular ginger in the back. The shampoo ginger was over there. And then this one is labeled Grand Name, but it looks different from the other one. So I don't know. We'll see. It's growing a lot faster. But the trunk is red on this one. And this Grand Name, the trunk is not red. So. I think that is it, guys. These are some seedlings and transplants that I need to get in the ground. I hear my baby boy at the door. More Okinawan spinach. Is this Okinawan? No, this is Lagos. No, what is this? I don't remember what kind of spinach this is. It's one of those tropical spinach varieties. But it's not purple on the back like the Okinawan. I think it's Longevity. I need to get that in the ground. I planted some more milkweed. And then these are some seedlings. This is a type of Eugenia that we've been growing since last year. These are some, I want to say lychees, maybe. Could be a longin. This is another Eugenia. This is some starfruit seeds that I planted. And then this one is a pineapple guava. And then this is the pineapple that is producing. As you can see, that's the crown that's getting ready to come up. And then we've got a pineapple bush there. And then another pineapple bush over here. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this garden update for February 2025. Don't forget to like, follow along, subscribe to see me build this food forest up. All right, bye guys.